Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is going to be about your next relationship, and there are two parts to this video. The first part is going to be just the tarot card reading, and the second part is going to be oracle card reading, and I'm going to get started with this part one. So all you have to do is pick the group or the groups that you feel the most drawn to and go down to the description or the comments down below and click on the timestamp for each of the group that I've prepared for you. So let's start with the group introduction. For our first group, we have the Witch's Tarot deck with the Green Aventurine. Let's take a closer look. And for our group number 2, we have the Way Tarot's deck with the Sodalite. Okay, and for our group number 3, we have the Monet Renounce Tarot deck with the Yellow Calcite. Right, so pause this video if you need to, and I will also give you a few moments of meditation. I will see you at the click of your timestamps. Welcome group number 1. If you picked this group, this is your reading for all about your next relationship. So we will get started with the reading. So Green Aventuring is perfect for creating luck, prosperity. Ooh. Knight of Swords. So your next relationship is one where you're both going to sort of like bring each other's worlds upside down in a way that you didn't know existed before. Like you didn't know that someone could love you this much in a very passionate way that they do, and that someone could really be sure of you the moment they see you, and that someone could really see your real self, real authentic self that fast, and that someone could have developed this big crush and infatuation towards you like this fast. And you're going to feel very like pursued, and this person in your next relationship is going to be super romantic, and they are going to be like, I have never met someone like you before, and they are going to make you feel so reassured that they have feelings for you and that there is no other intent. And group number 1, this might feel as though it's a love bombing at first, group number 1, so you need to keep that in mind as well. So yeah, okay, so the person entering your life is someone who is so full of fire. So I even think of fire signs, and this person could be fire sign, and also this person could be air sign as well. So this person is very, very good at charming people, and this person you will be in the relationship next is someone who is a leader and someone who is very artistic, someone who is very good at gathering people. So they might be the leader of some sort of social gathering, group number 1. So they might be the person that is like the center of attention everywhere they go, and they exude the sense of confidence and sense of self-worth and the sense of knowing their passions and desires. So they look very put together from the outside. So this person in your next relationship is also very popular, very attractive, very charming, and very well put together. So this person is also always full of energy and full of motivation and just full of enthusiasm about life and just about you as well in general, group number 1. So yeah, this person is very like going to be into you the moment they see you, and you're gonna know it. They're gonna show it to you. They're not going to play like any games, that is for sure. But at the same time, this person might be like a workaholic type of person. They might be dealing with a lot of work, and they are the type of person who, of course, is a leader type of person, but they feel as though they have to be the one to do all the things. So they are the ones who take a lot of tasks at once. So they think that they're good at multitasking, so they do a lot of that all the time, including in relationship. So they think that they have to be the one to do the first moves or else it won't work. So they do have this over sense of responsibility where they put a lot of responsibility onto themselves sometimes, group number 1. So yeah, I also want to know about your overall relationship, what your next overall relationship will look like. All right, so the hanged one, the hanged man, tells me that your relationship energy is one where you both realize that you can fall in love with each other despite big differences in each other. So in the past, group number 1, you might have thought that, okay, this person is not really my type, but then the person next in your relationship, in your next relationship, is the one that is a bit not really your type, but then you realize, okay, actually this works, you know. I thought that I could never be with someone super popular, right, super charming, but here I am, and we are making it work. And maybe in the past you had this notion of like popular people, they're not really great at maintaining close intimate relationship, right? Maybe you had this image of perception of someone who is popular cannot be good at being in a relationship, you know. But then you sort of have the changed perspective after meeting this person in your next relationship. You're like, okay, maybe I judged too quickly, you know, maybe I should give this person more chance. So this relationship overall is a relationship that really helps you expand your mind a little more and even your heart a little more. Maybe in the past you were scared if someone is in love with you so fast, you're scared that it is just the idealized versions of you that they love before. But now you realize that, okay, it's possible that someone is a very good judgment of people, right? And that they can fall in love with me very fast. It's possible sometimes. So you sort of have this very, you know, opposite perspectives to how you were before through this relationship. So, and this could be someone who has a lot of different opinions than you, who has very, very different perspectives on life as you. And this person sort of like breaks down those things with you. And you're like, oh, okay, so I could look at it this way. So this person entering your life in your next relationship is going to completely like give you life learning lessons about yourself, group number 1. You're going to be open-minded, you're going to gain more perspectives about life, and you're going to become even more kinder to yourself and to people around you even through this relationship is what I see. Yeah. So I can see that you are going to sort of like let go of the expectations that you have had even about yourself. You might have thought that you are unlovable and that you are someone that people are not interested by. But then through this relationship, I can see that you are finally going to learn to love yourself because of this person's passion. This person is going to push you to go to therapy and love yourself by, you know, motivating you to exercise more, motivating you to do the things that you enjoy. And in the past, group number 1, you might have been in relationships where you didn't really do your hobbies because you were focused on your partners. So in this next relationship, I can see that you're finally going to have that good and right support from your next partner, that they're going to be like, okay, it's okay to have your alone time, you know? And it's actually healthy for you to have an alone time. So you're finally going to really enjoy your hobbies again. You're going to heal yourself again. You're going to be flying again, as in you're going to, learn how to use your wings instead of using them just to show how beautiful you are. So yeah, you're going to definitely, I can see you like even going to therapy to resolve some sort of like trauma. And I can also see you sort of like letting go of people pleasing. Like sometimes you over pour too much into other people's cups, and I can see that in your next relationship, you're going to be setting stronger boundaries. You're not going to spend 24 hours with them and losing yourself in the process, You're going to learn to let go of that people-pleasing behavior, and you're going to just pour it on yourself and on your surrounding instead. You're going to pour your energy into friendship as well as your romantic relationships, like equally. You're not going to be taking on to too much, So that is the relationship dynamic that I see so far. Let's draw one more card to see your romantic dynamics, okay? So I can see that in this relationship, you're even going to reconnect with your old friends, the friends that you have fell out of touch with in the past because of the past relationship that you have had. I think you were isolated before group number 1. You might have been isolated from your friends and family for so long because you were fixated on the past romantic relationship. But in your next relationship, I can see that you are finally going to reconnect with your old friends. You're going to make new friends. You're going to visit your family again, and you are going to heal your inner child again as well. You are going to learn to love yourself again through this next relationship, group number 1. So yeah, this overall dynamics really tells me that your next relationship is one that's going to be super supportive, and that's going to be super healing, and it's going to be very independent as well. You're not going to be super like onto each other. You're going to have space with each other where you both have space to grow as an individual before you come together as a couple, if you know what I mean, group number 1. So yeah, this is the relationship dynamic I see. This is very, very healthy relationship I see so far, group number 1. So I also want to know how you will meet your person in the next relationship. Okay, 3 of Cups tells me that you're going to meet your person in your next relationship by going out to social gathering. Okay, that makes sense because you see how I told you that this person looks like he's very outgoing and very, very like popular. He or she likes to be around people in general. So you're going to meet that person in the group setting. Think about parties, think about reunions, think about gatherings, think about meetups, think about the social events that you normally don't go to, but you will meet that person there. Okay. And I can see this is more of a in-person, meeting for sure. And I can see that you're going to meet this person by going to someone that you really admire. Okay, so think about like going to a concert, going to a person that you think is like your idol. So think about, I think, you're going to meet this person at a concert, at a big event where you want to meet like a famous person that you admire, but then you will meet your person that you will be in the next relationship with. Okay, I can see that you will also meet the person through the person that you will get mentored on. So think about the person that you really respect. It could be your family member or a friend that you know already that gives really good advice, and maybe you just go out for drinks with that friend and then you meet your person through that social gathering, through that event. Or think about the person like a therapist that you really look up to, that you really are trying to heal your problems together with. So it could be that your therapist might tell you to go somewhere and then you meet the one through that location. So I can see that this is going to be an in-person meeting for sure. So yeah, group number 1, this is how you will meet your person, and also how and when you might meet the person. Okay, so let's actually draw more cards on your next relationship, like what is going to be like for you internally. Okay, so next relationship, you are going to be the person who is going to get a lot of receiving, and you are going to be the person who is finally going to learn how to receive love instead of just giving all the time. You're going to learn that, all right, sometimes all I need to do is just be myself and receive the love that someone is trying to give to me. So that is the energy that I see you putting it out there. So yeah, I can see that you and the person in your next relationship is going to be very balanced with each other. Like if someone is giving, someone is going to be ready to receive, and vice versa. And it's not going to be the one that's unbalanced, it's going to be the one that's really wanted, you know, that's really appreciated. So yeah, that is what I can see. And what else do we need to know about your next relationship? Okay, your angels are telling you that in order to, you know, manifest this next relationship, you really need to let go of the control issues, which means that you need to let go of trying to control how you present yourself. Do not try to show this perfect image of yourself, but truly show up as your true authentic self, and that will really work in your favor to manifest this next relationship. And also make sure that you're not, you know, looking back at the past too much. Don't look back at your past mistakes and punish yourself, group number 1. And especially if you feel as though you cannot trust yourself enough to make the good decision to be with someone good again, really like try to be reborn again by healing yourself, you know. Don't look at your past mistakes. Like you are already a new shell, you're already a new person because of what you went through in the past. So you really need to trust in that change in you so that you can really manifest the good relationship in your next one. And also make sure that you are really trying to give yourself grace as you move forward. And you really need to, you know, you really need to let go of the past. It's the main message that I'm receiving right now in order to move forward and manifest the next relationship. Okay, what else do you need to know, group number 3? Group number 1. Why did I say 3? Maybe number 3 is your lucky number, you know? And actually, as I picked this up, I picked this 3 of Cups by accident. But in tarot reading, I don't believe there is any accident. It's always the message. I said 3 and I picked this card by chance. Not by chance. I'm sure it is by energy. So number 3 is your lucky number, group number 1. So think about meeting this person on the 3rd of any month, or in 3 months from now, or March, yeah. Or number 3, like hanging out in a group of 3, that could also manifest you this next relationship. So yeah, number 3 is your lucky number, group number 1. Okay, so what you need to hear is that you have a lot of options around your group number 1, and all you have to do is truly see people for who they truly are. And also you need to process your grief about the past relationship. So in order to move forward, right, you need to accept that people in your past, they have been not what you expected, that you have been really disappointed. So you really need to validate yourself, group number 1, in order to move forward. Like your experience, yes, it was really you know, like disappointing. You really need to admit that it was disappointing. You cannot lie to yourself that it was not disappointing, you know. So you really need to be in touch with your feelings, group number 1, in order to really let go of the past to move forward. And that the universe is telling you have so many good options around you, and that you should really learn to trust in the process. And also I can see that someone has been daydreaming about you as well. Someone has been trying to manifest you as well in their life. Like someone has been forming this image of you in their lives. They do not know you, but their highest self is really manifesting you. That is what I see. They really are manifesting your personality, your face, your body, your energy, everything about you. They're manifesting you. So yeah, so truly focus on yourself also in order to manifest your next relationship. So this is what I see in the part 1 so far, group number 1. So yeah, go to part 2, pick your group or groups in part 2, and I will see you in part 2. So thank you for watching part 1. Let me know what you thought about your reading. Let me know what videos you want to see next, and I will see you in my next videos. Welcome group number 2. If you chose this is your reading for your next relationship. This is Sodalite. It has to do with a lot of motivation and also mental clarity. So maybe you are in need of those, and that's why you were drawn to this. Regardless, let's get started. I want to know about your next relationship. Let's start with what your next boyfriend or girlfriend personality is like first. So your next person is going to be someone who is giving off like young energy, you know. It doesn't necessarily mean like literal age. It could also mean their mental age. They might be a little bit younger than you in terms of mental age or literal age, and they are the one who really wants to offer you something stable, but they are still in the process of making it happen, you know. They don't have it stable yet, but they do really have this very pure side of them, that even though you are in their life for like just 1 month or 2 months of the relationship, they are really thinking far. They're thinking long term. So they're giving like earth energy, you know, earth signs energy. And this person, your next person, is going to be someone who is going to be taking it seriously, and they can be a little bit clumsy at showing their love to you, group number 2. They might be a bit of an inexperienced person in terms of dating life, and they might be a bit naive in the dating life as well, group number 2. And I can see that they also really love nature. They love being surrounded by mountains. They love being surrounded by flowers. They actually embrace their feminine sides very well as well. They might look very feminine a bit, like they might be a little bit more emotional than how they look like, how they appear to be. And also they are very cute, like in appearance. They're very adorable, and they also have like unexpected charm to them, group number 2. Like think about someone you see from like far away and you think, okay, this person is just a cute person, but then this person actually is like manly, you know, like very responsible, almost type of energy. So your next person is like has unexpected charms to them, you know, that you find out only after you get to know them a little bit more. So that is what I can see about them. What else? Ooh. So yeah, this person is someone who does things without thinking sometimes, and that means they have that young energy for sure. And they do things with like passion, and they do things with the positive mindset. They are optimistic, and they are not afraid to go after what they want. And also they are very, very confident in themselves as well. And if they start something, they like to finish it. If they think about something, right? If they have an idea, your next person, they will do it. And they are not going to hesitate on it. So for example, group number 2, if you are the idea person, if you give your idea to your next person in your next relationship is going to be like taking that idea into action. You know, they're not going to let it sit and die down. They're going to make that dream come true. So they are very motivated individuals as well. So I can see that your next person can really inspire you and can really motivate you as well. Like if you wanted to hike or if you wanted to exercise, lose weight, this person is going to motivate you to do exactly that without wasting any time, you know? Yeah, and I can see that this person likes to have family, stable house in the future. So yeah, this person may look immature on the surface, but they are actually more mature than you might give them credit for, your next person, group number 2. Okay, so this person is like trying to balance between their life and their dating life. So I think that your next person is someone who is always like trying to be good at providing for their next person, you know? Your next person really cares about being a provider. They have this provider mindset that if you are with them, group number 2, they are going to pay for you. They are going to take care of you. They are not going to just, you know, talk the talk. They're going to walk the walk as well. They are going to show their love by actions. So I can sense that this person's love language is like the what is that, action service? Yeah, services, that those are your next person's love language. That is what I see. So I also want to see, group number 2, your overall relationship energy, your next relationship's overall energy. All right, so this is the best card to have in any, you know, dating love life reading card. And it is because this means it's going to be one that is full of healing. It's going to be a soft love. So group number 2, if you have been in relationships where you had to repeat your own wants and needs over and over, like you tell someone, do not hurt me because if you do this, I get hurt. You know, you repeat again and again, but then at the end, they end up disappointing you, you know? So, but your next relationship is going to be the one where you just have to tell something you dislike or like once, and they will remember it. They will remember your wishes. They will remember it because they care about you and they value you. So they are going to make you feel like you are the star of their lives, you know? Your next person is going to make you really feel heard, appreciated, and that, you know, just like having no fear that you are going to be hurt by them. So this next relationship is very, very healthy one. That is what I can see for sure. What else do we need to know? Okay, so in the next relationship, I can see that, you know, you're both going to have this energy of, okay, what's next? What do I need to improve next in my relationship? Okay, how else can I improve myself as a person so that I can show up as a better individual in this relationship? So you're both going to be a very good individual in your next relationship where you are going to constantly analyze yourselves and you're going to find out areas of growth, areas of weaknesses in order to show up as best as you could. And I can see that you will both communicate very well and you will both be always working towards being the best versions of yourselves together. So that is the energy that I see here, group number 2, and that is a very mature and wise, you know, relationship. Yeah, there you go. your next relationship overall dynamic is one that is very mutual and one where you share the same core values, same views, perspectives on dating, on life, on children. And I can sense that your next relationship is like a twin flame and soulmate type of relationship. So I can sense that this relationship is not just the next relationship for you, group number 2. This feels like a future spouse kind of relationship, you know. So yeah, this is a relationship that is going to be very, very rewarding emotionally, and one where you don't have to keep doubting if they love you the same, because they will love you the same. You will put in almost the same amounts of efforts into the relationships, and you are both going to notice each other's flaws, weaknesses, but also strengths and the good parts of each other. You're both going to love each other as realistically as possible. And that is the highest form of true love that I can sense in the reading, actually, because that means that you are going to be accepted for who you are, regardless of your past, present, future, whatever, right? You're going to be like best friends, and you're going to be a very understanding couple. I can sense that you and your partner, you're both very emotionally intelligent, and you are both going to use that to your advantage in order to make this work. And I can see that this relationship, your next relationship, like moving to the very next stages of your life. Okay, good. So one card just popped out, and I can see that things are going to move quickly for you. So you're going to meet your next person. Your next relationship is going to come rather faster than you imagined. Maybe you thought you're not ready yet, but then you will meet your next person at that stage, you know? And also at that stage where you're trying to celebrate your wins over healing from a traumatic experience, or you know, like celebrating something good happening in your life. You're going to meet that person in those settings, I can sense. And I can sense that you're going to meet through a mutual friend. So think about a person that's a little bit older than you, or someone that has been friends with you for a long time. So you might meet through that mutual friend, and that is how you might meet your next person. Yeah, that is what I can see. And I can sense that this person might be your family member as well, you know, like through your mutual family member. That is also a possibility. Okay, so what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know about group number 2's next relationship from your angel? Strength card, okay? So your next relationship is going to be manifested only after you have learned to let go of the things that you don't need anymore in your life, group number 2. And that means being greedy, like greed, right? Being greedy and being like super high expectations about dating life. Let go of those things. Or it could be just like yourself, letting go of the need to be perfect all the time. If you can do that, you can manifest your next relationship well. And also, and if you learn to nurture your side of your personality, such as the personality sides of you that you think are not really good, such as being stubborn, right? Instead of seeing it as stubborn, you could say that you are resilient, right? So try to develop your personality traits that you think are negative into something that is actually beneficial for you, and into something that is a little bit more positive, if you know what I mean. You know? So yeah, if you can really use that type of mindset on yourself, being a little kinder to yourself, being a little kinder to people around you, and letting go of things that are disturbing you at this moment, that is going to help you a lot. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, group number 2, because this is general reading, so I'm just saying everything that is coming to my channel, but yes. Okay. And Also, your angels are telling you that you are on the right path. You are going through the right life stages, and that you're going to meet your next person as you go through the next life stage. And I can also sense that this is a very twin flame connection, because this is about you going on the wheel of life journey together. And your angels are also telling you to trust in life, trust in the process, and that everything is going exactly the way it should be, and that you are not missing out on anything that you are meant to be receiving. So your angels are really confirming with you that you do not need a thing to worry about, group number 2, and that everything is on the right track. And your angels are also telling you to educate yourself as you surrender to the life stages as they come. Sometimes you need to let go of the control issues, like, when you go through life, sometimes things happen that are out of our control, right? So group number 2, your angels are telling you to really, really let the fate do its work, and that you just need to believe in yourself at the same time. What else do we need to know about your next relationship? Okay, so your next relationship is one where you're going to, revive a part of you that has been lost. So think about your past selves that have been buried deep down, group number 2. Maybe you were more extroverted, maybe you were more optimistic about people, about dating, about life. But then you suddenly turned into a little bit more pessimistic person because of the experience that you went through. And that's why you became a little bit less optimistic. Whatever it is, think about some things that are making you bury like the past version of you somewhere. So your next relationship is going to bring that lost versions of yourself, and you're going to feel like a whole piece together again. It's like you're missing puzzles to your personality that will really come back to life again. Through this next relationship is what I see. And also, your angels are telling you to really stick by your decisions, which means be confident in your decisions. Do not look back. Trust that your decisions have been made for a reason, and that you can manifest your next soulmate twin flame type of healthy relationship by trusting in your own decision, even group number 2, and that everything is actually working out in your favor, group number 2. So yeah, and judgment cards also tells me that you really need to sort of talk to someone you trust. Think about a few quality friends that you have around you in order to really receive that validation. And it's okay, group number 2, to admit that sometimes we need that external validation in order to confirm and validate about what we already know and what we already feel. It's totally okay. We are social beings, so of course sometimes we are going to need that external validation, and there is nothing wrong with that. It's a part of being human, as long as you're not overdoing it. So make sure that you are doing like some sort of validation check in order to confirm what you believe is true. So like if you meet someone and you have this intuition that they're not the one, talk to the people you trust and validate that feeling, and then you will have that awakening and clarity about, okay, they are right and my intuition is right, that person is not the one for me, So that is going to make you feel a little bit more confident about your decision-making process, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is the first part 1 reading for you, group number 2. And also, if you want to go to part 2 and pick the group or the groups that you feel drawn to, and I will see you in group 2 at part 2 as well. So group 2, this is it for the part 1 reading. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what videos you want to see next, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in part 2. Welcome, group number 3. If you chose this group, this is your reading for your next relationship, part 1. So this is yellow calcite, and it is all about self-confidence and, you know, boosting those creativity. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's why you were drawn to this, or maybe just this design. So let's get started on your reading, your next relationship. Let's find out about your next person's personality first. Who is the next person for you, group number 3? So your next person is someone who is very good at, you know, staying optimistic, someone who is very good at giving advice, someone who is good at validating other people's feelings, someone who is very good at self-reflection, someone who can really make you look inwards, you know, someone who can really make you reflect upon yourself, and someone you can be free with, someone you can really trust to let go of the ego and really show up as your authentic self, and someone who is just wise. That is the person, your next person's personality so far. Someone you can be best friends with, you know, that's the vibe that I'm receiving. Someone who is a bit of a mentor and a friend and best friends and a lover. Those kind of combination is what I see, group number 3. Yeah, wow, this next person is very intuitive, and this next person entering your relationship is someone who is a little bit, you know, yeah, you see wisdom, very wise, and they might be wise beyond their years as well. Like you see them and they might be very quiet, and they keep it to themselves at first, you know, group number 3. But then you talk to them and you get to know them, and you realize that, wow, they are very smart, they are very intuitive, like they understand things on an intuitive level. Like you tell them something, group number 3, and then they're like, I get you, you know, I get you intuitively, and you just know that yes, they get you. So that is the vibe that I'm receiving here. And this person is very like good at, you know, embracing their feminine side. They're not afraid to be emotional. They're not afraid to know that being emotional is actually a good thing, you know, like it means being sensitive means it's that they are really good people. They are good, empathetic people. So your next person is someone who is not afraid of showing every sides of them, which might be unconventional, you know? But at the end of the day, you both know that this person is one you can really trust your secrets with. So yeah, your next person is very, very like lovely to be around. They are good listeners, and they just have this aura to them. Like once you see them, you might not notice because they're so quiet, and they actually blend in the crowd, but they are so mysterious. But they have this aura of like supernatural aura almost, you know, that you just cannot resist their charms, their quiet charms. So that is their personality, group number 3. What else? 3 of Cups. So your next person is a person who really appreciates and values their friendships, their family, and they really love to have their own quiet community. So they like to do things that are unconventional, but they might have already found their people that they do their things with. I can see them doing something like tarot as well, actually, you know. They might be doing things like tarot and mystical stuff with a few other group of people who share the same hobbies. So I can see they're a bit of a hobbyist, you know. So I can see that they are family oriented as well, and they really prefer quality over quantity, you know. This is their personality, your next person's personality. So I want to know your overall relationship dynamic, your next relationship's dynamic. Ooh, your next relationship is going to teach you about how self-confidence is key. You are both going to be very like influenced well by each other. So you both have complementary traits where you both can learn from each other. You both can learn how to, take each other's healthy routines, and then you sort of like grow together from it. That is what I see. And I can also see that you're both going in fast together. You're both going to move in fast. You're both going to not waste a time to get to know each other, because you both realize that it's very rare to find your people, right? You both realize how hard it is to find the right person. That's why I can see that you're both going to really want to make it work. You're both going to try everything in order to make your next relationship successful. That is for sure. And that includes facing your fears, facing your devils. And I love it when this kind of card pops out, because this tells me that your next relationship is going to make you challenge yourselves. You're going to have the relationship where you're both going to really need to face your inner demons and inner devil in order to cleanse yourself, in order to heal and in order to grow as people. And when you're trying your best, you really need to meet your devil. And that means you need to let go of addiction issues. You need to let go of abuse, past trauma. You need to let go of the unhealthy temptations. And it can even mean like just staying up so late more than you need to, those kind of things. And letting go of egos. I can see that your relationship is going to be one that's authentic, right? I told you it's going to be like judgment, very clear and authentic, which means you are going to need to free the devil in order to be authentic with each other. You're going to show the devil side of each other so that you can free your devils. You can help free your devils within each other. So that is the relationship dynamic I see. And it's good, not every relationships aren't meant to be like flowers. If the relationship really challenges you to face your, ugly sides and be better from it, that's actually very healthy. So this relationship is good. It's very good dynamic. The Tower, ooh. So yeah, you see, this relationship is going to shatter pieces of you, and this is going to be one that's going to bring a lot of inner changes in you and external changes in you as well, group number 3. So I think you might move in together with them to a completely new country, to a completely new city, or you might be having this perception about relationship, like you don't do intimate things before marriage, but then after you met this person, you might think otherwise, those kind of things might fall down. Or I can see that you and your next person, you're both going to be super, into self-development, that you're both going to transform into different type of people. If you are the type of person who stays up super late, you're going to wake up super early instead together, like that. So I can see that you're both going to be like snakes. I can, I get the visuals that you're both going to come out of your shells and be different people through this next relationship, It's going to be one that's going to be unconventional, that's for sure. Unconventional relationship. That is interesting. I'm getting the vibes that you might be the one to tell that person you have feelings for them, even though it hasn't been the case for you in the past. You have always been the one who was being pursued, but then in your next relationship, you might be doing the pursuing, This is why Tower card comes out as well. It might be completely shattering your own self thoughts too. Yeah. What else do we need to know about your next relationship, group number 3? Justice and King of Swords. So I can see that your next relationship is going to really make you deal with paperwork, Justice card tells me that you're going to, yeah, I can see a lot of paperwork. That means you're both going to either quit your jobs and elope, or you're going to start new jobs, and then you might meet each other's at this new job. So I can see that you might meet each other at some sort of tower. You know, think about literal tower and these architecture, like European architecture. You know, you might meet your next person in those type of settings. That is what I see. And I can see that you might meet this person by coming together as people who believe in the same thing about truth, what is truth and what is not. So think about a situation like one person might be getting accused of something bad that they didn't do, and then you and your next person is going to come together and defend that person and bring the truth together for that person. You know, you're going to stand up for that person, and that's how you might meet this person. Or one of you might be like facing like a difficult situation, and your next person might come into your life and be like, hey, look, this is not right, and this is morally not right, and then they will start defending for you. So that kind of situation, you know, the situation where you need someone to be there for you is when you might meet your next person. The star, yeah, it's the relationship where you might meet each other and you will gain a lot of hope, and you will meet that person when you are going to feel like the faith in humanity is finally restored through their actions, you know. So I can sense like charity as well, like doing some sort of good things for others. And I can sense like you might meet your next person doing like natural disasters. Think about flood, think about tornado, think about hurricane, think about earthquake. Like those kind of situations where people need other people, right? And I can sense that you might meet each other as volunteers while trying to help other people out. Yeah, that is the energy that I can sense as well. Remember, this is general reading, so I am telling every possible messages that come to my channel. Channel means like my mind, my medium. So yeah, this is the messages that I have for you. And I also want to know what your angels want you to know about your next relationship. Okay, so your angels are telling you that your next relationship is going to be one that takes efforts, but it's going to be the one where you're going to feel content. You're not going to want more. You're not going to feel like this is not the right relationship. You're going to feel like it is the right relationship to be in. You're going to appreciate that person. You're going to also like pleasure. Ooh, you're going to also, you know, gain new pleasures. You're going to appreciate the new experiences. You're both going to try new things in that. That's what I see also, a lot of satisfaction. And I can see that you both are very, you know, like you both take care of each other. You both are very caring people in your relationship, in your next relationship, that you're really, you know, you both are really considerate of each other, is what I can see. And I can sense that you both are really, you know, you both very like value stability. If you are with someone, you really want that relationship to be as mature as possible. So I can see that you both share the same values, like I've said before. And I can see that your angels are telling you to really like travel, move, yeah. Your angels are telling you to make a change, like a big drastic change, in order to manifest this next relationship. So I told you, right, I can see travel and moving. So I can sense that you are going to meet this next person in your travels, in your next trips, or even like when you are facing a very big change, big life transition, like into a new job, or after you quit the job, those kind of things. And I can also see that your angels are telling you, do not stay stuck in the past. In order to manifest this relationship, your angels are telling you to really move forward. No matter how painful the current situations may be, please move forward. That is your angels' messages I can sense. And let's see, one more card. Wow. So wow, group number 3. Your angels are telling you that this next relationship is actually giving a lot of soulmate connection and twin flame connection, group number 3. Group number 2 also got the similar message. And yeah, group number 3, you have the same similar message as well, that your next relationship is one where you're going to be very intuitively connected to each other. So I can sense that this might even be someone, your next person is someone from your past life connection, you know, and someone that you need to meet in this life again. So that is the vibes that I get. One of your soulmates, that is the connection. I can see that you're going to experience new types of profound feelings that you never knew existed. Like maybe in the past you thought that having butterflies is a sign of, you know, good relationship. But then with your next relationship, you're going to realize the new feelings of feeling stable and feeling safe and protected. That is a little bit better, much better than how you felt in the past. Like butterflies can be a sign of fear and anxiety, right? But then feeling safe and protected is actually the sign of something more stable and better. So you might be feeling those feelings in your next relationship as well. Your angels are hinting you at those things as well. Group number 3, and of course you need to manifest this next relationship if you wish to have this. So this is the end of your reading, group number 3 for part 1. Go to part 2, pick your group or groups, and I'll see you in part 2 as well. So thank you for watching group number 3. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought and like and subscribe. Let me know what videos you want to see next. I'll see you in my next videos. Welcome to part 2. Let's get straight into the group introduction so you can pick your group or the groups that you feel the most drawn to. So for our group number 1, we have the Life Purpose Oracle with the Green Aventurine. There you go. Number 2 is Angel's Answer Oracle with the Tiger's Eye. There you go. For group number 3, we have the Angel Therapy Oracle with the Rose Quartz. Alright. So pause this video if you need to. I'll give you a few moments of meditation and I'll see you at the click of your timestamp to your group or groups. Group number 1 to part 2, welcome. We're going to be diving deep into your reading, your next relationship. Green Aventurine, and we will leave it here. And let's get into details. Who is your next person? What is this person's job? Counseling. Ooh. So your next person is very good at healing people. Your next person is very good at understanding people's emotions, being empathetic with other people, and being very good at giving advice, and very good at words, and very good at offering solutions to your mental anguish and emotional struggles. So this person is super emotionally intelligent. So general reading, I will draw more cards. Artist, again, this person has very soft, good heart, and they cannot express themselves any other way other than words, or singing other than arts, by doing abstract things and things that are very, very beautiful to look at, and maybe sometimes even unconventional, you know. What else? Strength. This person is someone who is very wise, and that means they might be also very strong physically as well. That is what I can see. General reading, take what's true for you. And let's get into your compatibility. Group number 1, part 2, compatibility with your next person. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. If you have been feeling disappointment, grief, loss, and stuck on the past, or if you have been feeling as though life is not going like you wish, you really need to get out of that zone, group number 1. In order to manifest your next relationship, you need to understand that life is going the way it is meant to be going for you. So you need to start to do things that make you feel happy again. You need to start investing in yourself again. You need to start inventing yourself again. You need to start developing yourself again in order to manifest your next person and the next relationship. This is also indicator that your next relationship is one where it is so healing and freeing, that you both are like friends and you both like to do things that just make your soul happy, you know? Okay, true love. Wow. So this could be your twin flame and your soulmate. This could be your future spouse, even your next relationship. One last card to confirm. Engagement. Wow, this is going to be a very serious next relationship for you, group number 1. So really try to manifest these things if you wish to have these. And I also want to know when you will meet your next person. When is your next relationship? If you believe, okay? So you still need to manifest, group number 1, in order to attract. You are ready. Okay, so if you believe you are ready, then that is when you're going to meet the person. You're going to meet your next relationship. So yeah, this is why you need to work on yourself first in order to really get into that stage of like, yes, I'm ready. And if you believe in your own judgments about people, finally, that is when you are ready to manifest your next person. And that is when you are going to meet your next person. One last card. Unlikely. So it is unlikely that you are going to meet your next person if you do not believe in yourself. So this really has to do with your inner work, group number 1. In order to heal, in order to grow, you need to focus on yourself first in order to attract the right person, the right relationship. You really need to believe in yourself, and you really need to believe that there is true love out there waiting for you to happen so that you can manifest your next relationship, group number 1. Okay, so let's get into more details about your next person. I want to know about your next person's message for you, group number 1. Why do I feel this way? So your next person is actually wondering about their feelings towards you, and they might already be in your relationship, actually in your life already. Let me confirm. Is this next person already in group 1's life within the next few months? Okay, so this is very possible that someone in your next relationship is coming to you within the next few months, and they are going to be, thinking about how they can attract you in their life as well. And also I see that this person is going to be someone who is still trying to figure out how to heal themselves as well. So I can sense group number 1, you're both healing yourselves first before you meet each other. Wow. So this person, your next person, is going to be actually physically attracted to you first before you meet. Why do I deserve someone like you? Okay, so this person, next person, might be a bit insecure if you do not reassure them first enough. So you need to be really in tune with other people's feelings as well. While you're focused on yourself and it's great, you need to be also ready to give the love, right? Do not be ready to receive only, be ready to give the love also to your best ability, group number 1. And that is how you can manifest the next one. And your next relationship, okay, you might meet the person, we know when, and let's see, how will you meet your next person? Oof. Okay, let go and have fun, right? When you finally are ready to, sometimes when you're healing, right, it's important that you are having fun as well. Life is not all about just healing and trying to be better. It's also about enjoying the fruits of your labor. So make sure that you are rewarding yourself, you are taking care of yourself, you're letting yourself loose, and that is how you will meet your next person, is when you are having fun and when you are leading the projects. So it could be that when you are planning social gathering yourself, you will definitely meet that person in your community kind of vibes, is what I see. Again, general reading, so we have a lot of messages. Okay, what else do we need to know? When, how, where. Where, I can see that where could be somewhere that has to do a lot with light, bright lights. You see yellow lights, also hear lights everywhere. So think about places with lots of lights. So this could be the settings. I also want to take out this and roll the dice of your lucky number, group number 1. So number 3, number 17, and number 7. Those are your lucky numbers. One more time, I want to know about the age gap between you and your next person. Okay, so I can see 3, I can see 6. So 3 to 6 and 8. 3, 6, 8. So those are the possible age gaps. All right. And I want to know about the potential initial of your group, your next person in the next relationship. So group number 1, what are the potential initials for group number 1? Okay, so S again, T, D, R, P, and C. Cause Steven, Steve, Starling, T, Tarzan. Okay, so these are the potential initials of your next person. This might be the initials of their nicknames even, so consider that a possibility as well. So yes, this is the part 2 reading for you and group number 1. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you thought, and let me know what videos you want to see next, and like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next videos. Welcome group number 2. If you chose this is your reading for part 2. I will put the tiger's eye here, and let's get into the messages about your next relationship from your angels, shall we? Ooh, 2 cards. Creative project, energy work. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion toward your life. Energy work. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. So I can see that this is talking about your next relationship in a way that how you will meet your next person. So you will meet your next person when you are doing something creative, something that has to do with ideas, something that has to do with hands, something that has to do with energy work. So think about breath work, healing, meditation, yoga, Tai Chi. What else do we have that has to do with body? Dancing and singing and drawing, painting, sketching, watching movies, and going out in nature, and even like reading tarot together. Yeah. So this is how you will meet your next person, is by going to these places where people share the same passion, ideas as you, where you can do those things together, or the place where you do the healing for your body and mind. Shower of abundance. So you need to also make sure that to trust in your angels, that if you're worried about money, to do like exercise or like breath work, meditation and sketching, blah blah. If you're worried about that, your angels are telling you that there are free things that are being offered to you. Like there are going to be people who will do those things for free, who will give yoga lessons for free. So you just need to go to those places in order to meet your next person if you're worried about money. So yeah, good. Your angels are reassuring you of that. Like meeting your next person should not be expensive, okay? So what do we need to know about your next relationship? Group number 2, summon courage and self-confidence. There might be people who are after your next person. Your next person gives off popular vibes, so you might have people who are infatuated with your next person. So you might have some people that you need to compete, right? Not necessarily compete outwards, but inwards you might feel as though, well, this person has so many love interests and people who want to be with them. Why choose me? That kind of thoughts might come to you, but your angels are telling you that you need to be confident. You need to know that you are worthy. You are the one for your next person. Even if it's not a twin flame situation, you are the one for your next person. So make sure that you are true to yourself in order to attract the right energy to manifest your next person. So, okay, let's see what else we need to know. Trust your intuition. If you know that your next person has interest in you, really trust yourself. Like, do not think as though, well, they're popular, they might not like me. Well, if your intuition tells you that yes, they do, then really gather your self-confidence and really get to know them. So trust your intuition. Pursue spiritual growth. So group number 2, I think you are the person who will benefit a lot from doing a lot of spiritual things that are a little bit unconventional, so that you have this better aura to attract the next person. That is the energy I'm getting. I want to know, when will you meet your next person? When will you meet? Listen to your intuition. Wow. So group number 2, you might be already thinking about one person right now that you think is your next person. So if you are thinking of that person intuitively, that person may be your next person. So general reading, I will get into more possibilities. Have you met the one yet? And if not, when will you meet? A year from now. Okay. And perfect timing. All right. So there are 2 possibilities. One is that you have met this next person, but you just don't know to trust your intuition that they are your next person yet. But then next possibility is that they will enter your life a year from now. That is the next possibility. The next serious relationship, by the way. So yeah, I want to know what is their job. Okay. What is your next person's job? Flowers, okay, they might be florist, they might be doing a lot of aesthetics thing, they might be into the nature, they might be into gardening, they might be into growing things. Healer, they might be doctor, they might be nurses, they might be spiritual leader, they might be doing yoga, they might not only like spiritually, they might be doing body healing as well. Counseling, wow. So they are healer type of vibes, okay. All right. I want to know your compatibility as well, group number 2. What your next relationship will be like. That will be full of passion, okay, and that will be full of you being liberating. You will be able to be allowed to be yourself, to enjoy your life outside of the relationship. And I can see that there is one negative force that will be in your next relationship, which is deception. So it might be you or them who is not able to show their true colors first time. So that's why you need to really be able to judge a person and really listen to your intuition whether or not you are falling for the right person, right? If you're falling for the fake mask, then it is not the relationship that you should be in, group number 2. So it could be you even, right? You might be giving off the false impressions in order to impress others. So you might need to stop to do that and really be truly authentic, be yourself. Okay, so I want to know what is helping you and what is blocking your next relationship. The ocean, right? Healing things are going to really help you manifest your next relationship. And this could be the setting of where you will meet your next person. I can see a lot of nature, right? So I can see that you might meet your next person in nature, somewhere where there is fresh air, somewhere where there are animals, somewhere where there is a lot of like birds, even a lot of wings I see. Assertiveness is also going to help you. Make sure that you are really trusting your intuition in order to be assertive as much as possible. If you know by intuition that this person is for you, really take actions to go towards them. Okay, and I want to see what is your next person message for you. I cannot express myself, all right? So this could be related to deception. So they might be the person who is not good at relationships and they might have feelings for you, but they don't know how to proceed it. They might be the one who do not believe in romantic relationships, like a bit of a aromantic person. So that's why they don't know how to express themselves. So it comes across as deception sometimes, but they just don't know how to express themselves to you. Okay, so your next person is telling you, please do what is best for your heart. So your next person actually is very aware of their weakness and they really care about you at the same time. Whoa, accident. So this is very like strong energy. Okay, actually I take this as a sign. So this, a lot of hearts falling out means that they cannot control their love for you. They have so much love and abundance for you, group number 2, but they cannot express that abundance of love for you. So they might be very bad with words, group number 2. So you might need to watch their actions instead of words, and you need to trust your intuition more than their words. They might be talking like badly, like not in a very insulting way, but they might not be just good at words. So yeah, with this next person, group number 2, you really need to see what is beyond the mask, what is beyond the surface, because they really do feel a lot of love for you, like a lot of passion. You see like a lot of these hearts fell out. It's for you, group number 2. So you just need to allow them to be who they are and speak their love language. You know, if their love language is actions oriented, make them express their love through that. So make sure that you are also giving them grace to express their love in the way that is comfortable for them as well. Okay, I want to know your lucky numbers. 7, okay, 1, 15, 10. Those are your lucky numbers. I want to know your age gaps between you and your person. 2, 4, and 5. So those are the potential age gaps. And I also want to get the charms to see the potential initials of your person, of your next person. Okay, SSWW, BSSALR, Lars, Mars, Bars, Baron, Lauren, Louis, Alex, Susan, what else? Wesley, William, those kind of things, right? Ron, R, okay, Rover, those kind of initials are potential initials. It could be initials of their nicknames as well. All right, so that is the end of the part 2 reading. So thank you so much for tuning in, and also let me know what you thought about it and what videos you want to see next. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Welcome, group number 3. This is part 2, and rose quartz, I will leave it down here. And let's get right into your next relationship. What do we need to know? Past life issue. Wow. So this is telling you that 1, you need to heal from your past experiences, including trauma and trust issues that might affect your next relationship. And 2, this could be the person from your past life. So this is a person you have fell in love with in the past life, and you are meant to meet again in this life type of situation. What else do we need to know? Okay, healing angel is with you to deal with your past relationship issues, trust issues that are still coming out. And so the next person that is coming in your life, the person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive natural born leader. So yeah, this is the personality of your next person. They are very empathetic, emotionally intelligent, and they are leader of their groups. I can see they might be quiet leader, you know, not really extroverted. Let's see what their jobs may be. They have to do a lot with emotional or physical strength. Trust. So they have jobs that require people to trust them. So think about life coach, mentor, and literally lifeguard even. Environmentalist, yeah, someone who deals with taking care of animals, energy healing, so they might be the one doing a lot of those healing things in order to reach their energy to them. I want to know, when have you met your next person? If not, When are you going to meet them? When? Recovery, you need to recover yourself first. All right, let's get more detail. Trust, wow, okay. This is very clear message. Trust. I told you, right? You have trust issues you need to heal and recover from. So only after you have dealt with those, then you will meet your next person. Yes, that's right. So I get a sense that yes, you have met your next person, and that means since your past life. You have already met this person since your past life, but you're going to meet them only at the timing of you healing your trust issues and really working out those things in order to start a new relationship again. If not, it's not going to happen yet. Okay, what is happening next? What do we need to hear? Knowledge. So you need to educate yourself on how you can heal and recover from these trust issues. And I feel as though you're going to meet your person in the settings where you're doing a lot of healing and recovery, doing meditation, right? I can see you going to nature. I can see that you might be like doing meditation in nature. You might be doing some sort of exercises like hiking, biking, and I can see that you might be going into spiritual community. That is where and how you might meet your next person. And also when you take walks near the trees and caves near the flowers, you might meet your next person. So these are the possibilities of when and how you might meet your next person. And you might also be in competition with yourself, with your past self, your past ego and your present ego in order to manifest, right? Maybe in the past you have learned that trusting someone was a mistake. So this past ego is going to have to fight with your present ego, which wants to heal those trust issues. Then only then you might manifest your next relationship. So this is what is blocking you. Having knowledge on how to heal will help you manifest your next relationship. Children, know that children are protected. So this next relationship might have to do with involving children. It could be that you are already married, or it could be that you have different views about children that have prevented you to meet the right person. You might want children later on in life, or you might want children now, and that view has really separated you from people you've considered to be options in your life. And this is going to be a talk that you need to have. So if you meet someone, you need to talk about your own desires, that you want children in this time and in this time, so that your next person will really come to you and will really be like, okay, I want the same, or maybe you can compromise and work through it. So yeah, what will help you is you need to gather courage to talk about difficult topics for you, group number 3. I want to know about you and your next person's compatibility. Wedding, wow, this situation is very serious because we saw the children topic, and children topic is very serious, means marriage potential. So I can see this situation, yes, definitely does involve marriage. And I can also see religious factors. So this could be that in the past you have been not really finding the right person because of the religious things that you believe. And it doesn't have to be literal religious factor. It can be about belief system as well, right? Some people might believe that having independent life is a deal breaker, and some people might think that having independent life outside of the romantic relationship is important. So those kind of belief system might be a factor that could really, stop you. Okay. Yeah, there you go, codependency. So in the past, you might have been in codependent relationship, and this is why you have been needing to recover and trust in the process first in order to manifest your next relationship. Okay, so I want to know about what you can do then to manifest and recover. Blessing in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You will understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Yeah, exactly. If you think that your past relationship was disappointing, that is actually blessing in disguise for you to lead your path to the right one. So you need to trust in the process that maybe now is not the time for romance, but it's the time to focus on your healing and recovery first. What do you desire? So you need to start asking yourself this question to truly prioritize your wants and needs to manifest in your next relationship, and you need to accept yourself despite flaws and all. So yeah, that is what I see. I want to see the messages from your future person as well. Okay. I need to hold back my true feelings for you. So your next person might already be in your life, and they are actually needing to hold back their feelings and thoughts because they realize that you are at the life stage where you need to focus on recovery first and healing first before going to them. So right now, that is their higher self. This love is crazy. Their higher self is thinking that your love together is going to be one that is going to be stable, but they are scared of rejection at the same time because they realize this is not the right timing yet, and that they are waiting for the perfect timing in order to come to you, group number 3. So I want to know the lucky number for you, group number 3. Lucky numbers are 9, 6, 3, and 16. Those are your lucky number. I want to know your age gap as well. So 2, 8, 6. That is your 2864. Those are your potential age gaps between you and your next person. So this is the end of the part 2 reading, group number 3. So if you tuned in, thank you so much. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what videos you want to see next. Make sure to like and subscribe. That would be much appreciated. And I will see you in my next videos.